Good morning, everybody. It is craft fair day. We just went and got our ceremonial every craft fair breakfast from Wawa. We also got snacks for the day. Ben got some goldfish. He also found a Snickers protein bar. Snickers is making protein bars now, in case you were wondering. And there's only 4 grams of sugar. In case you were wondering.
She's just jealous that I can have it and she can't.
No, I'm not. Because Bear Bells exist. And this one's the bomb. The cookies and cream one is really good too. And apparently they have a white chocolate one, but they don't have that at Wawa yet. So once they get it at Wawa, you know what I'm gonna be getting? The white chocolate one. But anyway, it is craft fair day. The show's about an hour and a half away. We've got an hour left of our drive, so we're on our way. I did not grab my sunglasses out of the other car, which is something I meant to do. How's your sausage bagel?
Oh, it's quality.
Quality.
I mean, it's the sandwich I get in return.
Mm-hmm.
It is quality. It does not fall apart, and it does not hurt my teeth. The bacon sometimes gets caught between like my top teeth and my bottom teeth, in between the front ones, and it hurts. But the sausage does not do that.
I went for a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant.
Those are too greasy.
Oh, it's magnificent. Perfect morning sandwich. Morning of craft fair sandwich.
Maybe if you're hungover.
I'm not. When we lived in New York, we had a roommate who had me put a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant instead of a bagel. And since then, I have never looked back. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. It's all your fault. The show today is from 10 to 3. We had staggered setup times. And so we had the latest setup time. And I was like, hey, can we set up earlier than that, please? And they were like, sure, no problem. So now we have to be there at 7:20, which we are on track to do, which is awesome.
No, not really.
No, unless because we stopped at Wawa, but it's fine. Ben has informed me that our new ETA is 7:35, which is going to be fine. Because he's going to drive like a crazy person, Mad Max.
Absolutely not.
And get us there on time in the minivan. All I can think of every time I'm in this car now is that video of the woman and the Mercedes where she goes, Mercedes, and then she goes, minivan. And that's all I can think of.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. I sent it to you. She's like in a bathrobe and like they're doing the ASMR on the car and the one girl goes, Mercedes, and then the other girl goes, minivan. I think I am most excited about the food trucks at this show today. There are supposed to be, like there's a pizza food truck, and I think there were a few other ones that sounded like I could actually eat at them. Like there's a smoothie food truck, and like a few others that I was like, oh my god, no shellfish, that's gonna be fantastic.
Our favorite food truck still doesn't post their schedule online.
I know.
I looked last week. They got nothing posted. But it says they're still in business, and it says that the company that they're a part of is still in business. And then it says, click here to see our schedule on whatever website it is. And I click on the website link, and it says, we have no schedule.
That's why websites are so important, so that way there's some place for people to find you after the fair. Sarah, you need to order more business cards. After the show, you need to order more business cards. You need to go to Staples and get more business cards. You were supposed to do that this week, and you didn't do it. So you need to go to Staples and get more business cards.
Yeah, boy!
We packed the car yesterday. Ben almost did not put the grid wall in the car. The only reason that he remembered to put grid wall in the car was I said something about a bird being stuck because Ruthie was chasing a bird back and forth in like this grid vent that we have in our backyard, and I had to lift it, and I asked him if he could put it back, and then he goes, "Oh my God, I didn't put grid wall in the car."
But I remembered. And I also loaded the entire car by myself.
You did such a good job. Like, it's like Tetris back there. It's rather impressive. For all the amount of inventory that I have, we did not leave much behind.
Just Christmas.
And food.
And planets.
Also just my backup stuff. I want to make a list at the end of the day of stuff that I want to make. Probably not this week, but maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. We can try. We can try.
Doing a super crazy challenge.
I failed my already super crazy challenge, so, you know. On my list, on top of the 100 other things, I was also supposed to make 10 elephants, and I didn't finish any of the elephants. And 10 ducks, I did 5. And a jumbo crab, which I'm gonna make before we do the next one. I have to. I gotta make a bunch of crabs for the next one. Next week is gonna be all crabs. Can I have a sip of that?
Yeah. You're not gonna like it.
Good coffee.
With 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right, so we are all set up here. We have live music, so I don't know if you're really going to be able to hear me. But I have ear warmers, a small spinner, my table, the live music, my checkout stand. I forgot a tablecloth, so I had to do full grid wall here, which honestly worked out just fine. And spinner. Ben, say hi.
Hello.
We're
freezing.
Freezing. Two seconds, I have an itch.
That's definitely going to behind the scenes.
I have the itch. Okay, what are we talking about first?
Oh, rain dates.
Oh my God, rain dates. So, this event was terrible.
Yeah, this event was
Not the best.
cold,
Oh my goodness.
windy, rainy.
This is a perfect example of having a rain date, not using it when you should have.
Yeah. So we did this event. Every other day around this event,
God.
beautiful sunshine,
70s, 65,
warm.
70s, like nice weather.
Yeah. So we did not bring the proper clothing for cold, wet, windy, rainy.
And in the morning, I checked the weather and it said like 68. And I'm like, okay, fine. A sweatshirt will be fine. It'll be fine.
I wore shorts and a t-shirt. Thankfully, we knew some people that were there, and one of them let me borrow a scarf. And we had a moving blanket in the truck. And so I pulled a moving blanket out and wrapped us both up in it.
This is another perfect example of make sure that you make friends with your neighbors.
Yeah.
Have vendor friends, because you never know when you're gonna need them. Thank God for our vendor friends at this event. I borrowed my friend's, she had a backup jacket in her car, which we've just switched cars for which car we're using for events. We used to have backup clothes and backup sweatshirts and backup extra everything in the car. We just haven't switched that important stuff over to the new car yet.
Yeah.
So
it was in one of those like stow and go spots. So when you unload the car, you don't even see it. You just, when you need it, you know you have it. And we needed it. And I was like,
oh, I'll go get it. Just kidding.
I never moved it. Like I even keep MREs in there. So like if there's no way to get food, we have hot food available. Like you make that face until you get some I think it's pesto, penne pesto. So you might even like it. But, you know, didn't get transferred. So that was fun.
Yeah. So rain dates are normally never going to be as good as the normal date that the day is planned for because you've been promoting that date. People normally have their plans. Most people can't change their plans for the rain date. I get it. But you have to weigh your options here. There was nobody at this event. And then the coordinator kept trying to tell us that the parking lot was at capacity. The parking lot was at capacity. Where the hell were the people? Because there was nobody there.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she's walking around telling all the vendors how this is such a great turnout. The parking lot's at capacity. They have to turn people away because there's no place to park. And we're looking around and there was nobody.
Nobody.
Like, I mean, there was more than zero, but there may as well have been zero. I don't know where the other people that were parked were because they weren't in the craft fair or the market. It wasn't even a craft fair. It was a market.
If that was the case, then this is not the right venue for you to be holding a show.
Right.
And don't go around making it seem like this is such a great show. Be like, oh, we're at capacity. No, you can look around. There's no one here. The food trucks didn't show up. There were supposed to be 3 more food trucks than there were.
Yep.
They were smart and stayed the hell home.
Yeah. This was supposed to be a juried event, and there was so many duplicates, and not even just like 2 of certain types of vendors. There was 5 cookie vendors. 5 homemade cookie vendors. There were 3 pottery people, 4 crocheters, like 1 million freaking people that did jewelry, and there was like 50 tents total.
This company has been very talked up in this area, and I'm doing another one of their events in June, and I really hope that event is different because and it's going to be at a different location. But
right. And our next door neighbor to us told us that she's done some of their other events, and the other events are great, and she was really disappointed in this event. This was her first time doing this event with this company.
At this location.
I
will not be going back to this location.
No. It was a beautiful location. Like, I think it was at, like, it wasn't a botanical gardens, but it was something gorgeous. It was really beautiful. Like, I would go there. It was
a historic house.
Yeah, like, I would go there on, like, a Sunday, walk around, take cute couple photos. But I'm not going back there to go to a market. Photos? Well, we got to have the girl with us, too.
We're going to take cute couple photos?
I didn't say we were. Okay. I said I would. There's a difference there. So on 95, they've got these not construction signs, these safety signs. And the one today said, hey now, you're an all-star. Buckle your belt, drive safe. And I was like, that is so freaking stupid, but so clever at the same time.
So the way that this event was also set up was a little weird. They had kind of like a square with rows on the grass, and then there was a street, and then they had other vendors on the other side of the street. But so then these vendors on the other side of the street were kind of not a part of the event. So people would walk by there first when they're not ready to shop. Then they'd go to the loop when they were ready to shop, and then they would leave. And then they would also like not look at those vendors on their way out because they were already done, and they'd spent their money in the loop where the actual vendors were. So I was one of those vendors on the street, and we kind of had that problem. We were also right next to the live music. Now, the live music was fantastic. The guys were great.
Normally, we hate when we're next to live music. Sarah's very particular when it comes to live music.
Me, particularly?
Yeah.
What?
But these two guys,
great.
they were great.
But it did make it a little hard to hear. And we did kind of have to shout at people and yell.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, ha! Because we were testing it. It was hard. We also looked like we were miserable because we were bundled up like this and we were freezing and looked miserable because we were miserable because it was freezing and cold and everybody was miserable and cold. So that also plays a part. If you're not personable and interacting with your customers and inviting, people aren't going to want to shop with you. Did that probably have an effect on my sales? Yeah, probably. We were freezing and cold. And then at the end, it rained and we had to pack up really quickly. Mm-hmm. I think this was an event that should have used the rain date. Thank you for the kisses. Thank you. Please, no, thank you. I think this was the perfect example of an event that should have used the rain date, and they didn't. And it did end up raining, and it was freezing cold. Everybody else was freezing cold. I even think there was supposed to be a truck that had hot chocolate and stuff, and that truck didn't show up. Or a coffee truck.
There was a coffee truck there.
Was there?
Yeah, there was. They had a line that was ridiculous, so I never ended up getting in line for it. There was supposed to be another cookie thing that was actually a truck that didn't show up.
There was a pizza truck that was supposed to be there.
There was supposed to be a pizza truck that didn't show up. Basically, the only food that showed up was this barbecue place, which was meh.
Their chips were cold and stale.
The chips were cold and stale.
I was really disappointed.
The brisket itself, though, was really good.
The brisket was good, but the chips were cold and stale.
And then they had a mobile cocktail truck, which was really cool, but we didn't end up getting anything from it because it was way too cold. And then the coffee/hot chocolate guy had a line that was easily like 30 people deep, and I was like, I'm not standing in line for that, because they were making individual, they had one person behind there and they were making individual drinks for each one, so it easily would have been a half-hour long line.
So again, probably should have used the rain date, and I think the rain date was supposed to be the next day, which was a gorgeous day.
Beautiful day.
Which is a part of why I'm so upset about the day.
But realistically, we looked at the weather that morning and it said it was supposed to be nice. So, I don't know. It's kind of...
Which is weird because Rochelle's weather said it was supposed to be disgusting.
Yeah, well, it really depends on where you're getting your weather from. Because we've had times where our weather apps are right and hers is wrong. We've had times where hers are right and ours are wrong.
Right.
Like, it's just... They're making an educated guess at best. Sometimes they're not even educated.
Right? But they should have used the rain date. For this example, they should have.
Yep.
And I wish that they would have, because it might have been a better event. But maybe it wouldn't have been a better event, because if they're telling me the parking lot's at capacity, how much better could it have gotten than what it was?
Yeah.
So it was frustrating, to say the least. It was not a great event. I won't be doing another show at that location with this company. I'll be doing another show there, period, I don't think.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
So, please, if you have not already, give this video a thumbs up, a comment, let us know what your favorite thing that you saw was, or what you would have done if you did not have the correct clothing. If you have not already, please subscribe, and then my dad can put me down. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh, such a good job, bro. You did such a good job.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I tried my best.
Good girl. You did such a good job.